So if you're anything like me, you probably quite like books. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you sit and read them, or in this case, do the work from them. You probably just like the idea of books, right? I have way too many books. I know I really need to get rid of some of them because I'm never going to read them all, but we just like books, people like you and I, if you're like me. But some people might assume, particularly from certain videos of mine, that I, as a guy on YouTube who talks about how to learn languages, am actually against the idea of learning from books because they're stuffy and old and they don't provide enough context and they talk about grammar too much or something like that. And that's just not true at all. I actually quite like books like this, and mainly that's because a book like this, and by like this I mean a printed book of any kind, can do something that no app or YouTube video can do, and that is to let you be completely offline while you do your language lesson or your language learning for that day. As even the so-called educational apps become increasingly like social media that are just bugging you and just chipping away at your cognitive capacity, I think books like this, where you can just completely switch off and just be with the language, are more and more important, more and more valuable, and if you can get yourself to do it, will feel nicer. I was going through some of my books and I stumbled across this one and was reminded of really what a comprehensive workbook it is. People might call this a textbook, but it's actually a workbook because it's got space for you to write in, and it includes 2 books. It includes Spanish Step by Step plus Advanced Spanish Step by Step. So there's 2 books that were published separately in here. Now, I'm not here to talk about this book specifically, but I thought before I talked about textbooks, language textbooks and workbooks and the like, I should at least give this one a fair run for its money. So I downloaded the app that this actually comes with, I suppose. It's a pretty clunky app. It gets pretty low reviews on the Play Store, but it actually has some of the audio from the examples of this book. Not all of it, obviously, but quite a bit of it. Could you learn quite a lot of Spanish from this book? Absolutely. My issue with this kind of stuff, complete Spanish, complete French, complete anything. It doesn't matter what language, and it really doesn't matter what book or course. I've never really seen one that breaks this rule. My issue is that, to my knowledge, and look, there probably is an exception out there somewhere, but to my knowledge, they never actually recommend, and certainly don't recommend strongly enough, that when you've done your exercises for the day, whether they be 15 minutes or half an hour or an hour of writing in the answers, learning the verbs, learning the nouns, using the correct form of the verb, whatever it is, when you've done that for the day, they never say, go and listen to the language for a lot longer. They never say that. And to some people, this is going to seem as unnecessary as someone giving advice on a diet who then says, and make sure you drink water. Humans need water. Make sure you drink water or the diet won't work. Some people are going to think that it's that unnecessary to actually recommend that you go and listen to more Spanish or more French. And yeah, for some people, myself included, obviously, that is just really obvious. You don't need to be told to be getting as much German, as much Russian as possible if you're trying to learn those languages. Just have them on while you're making your lunch, while you're making your coffee, while you're driving home from work. Have the languages on going into your brain so that you're starting to pick them up. That's very obvious to people like me, but I promise you it's not to beginners. And I think there's actually a reason that it's not obvious to beginners. And in fact, it's kind of counterintuitive, because when especially beginners put on the language, especially if it's native speakers, say it's the radio in Spanish, when they put it on, they can't understand it. And that can be quite a shock for people. They really don't realize how little it is that they've learned to understand the language when it's spoken at full speed. And that is exactly why it is so important that they do it, and do it as early as possible. I would say from day 1, if it's possible. Just put it on. You are not going to understand it. Now, I'm not necessarily saying the radio. Obviously, it can be a podcast, a YouTube video. For me personally, the one that I'm just in the habit of putting on is an audiobook. Even when I'm starting a new language, I'll just select a book, generally one that I've read before in either English or Swedish. That is preferable for me. And I'll just put that audiobook on. Will I understand it? No. Will I understand maybe a word or two if I've done some actual sit-down study of that language? Definitely. And this is what beginners particularly should get in the habit of doing, and that is just having the language on all the time, whether they understand it or not, because you are not going to learn to understand the language through doing stuff like this. No amount of study, sit-down study, is going to help you to understand the language when it's spoken at full speed by native speakers. The only thing that will help with that is listening to the language at full speed. And when I say the only thing, I mean doing a lot of that. Say 200, 300, 500 hours of that. I know I probably just scared some beginners because I said 500 hours, but what you've got to understand is this is not sit down study time, right? You can just have it on in the background while you're doing other things. And most people have something like 2 to 4 hours in their day in which they can just have something on in the background. And you might think that that doesn't help, but it does help because of the amount. 2 hours a day over, say, 2 years, even in the background, even if your brain's just sort of casually like picking out words here and there, that makes an absolutely massive difference. And it is the only way that you are going to learn to understand the language spoken at full speed. And so I just want to leave you with this. I absolutely do not have a problem with books like this or the French one, which is further away, so I'm not going to get it. Really, I don't have a problem with anything that allows someone who wants to learn a language time to spend with that language. A book is infinitely better than something like Duolingo because mostly what you do on Duolingo is not the language. You're mostly collecting points and tapping buttons in English and focusing on leaderboards and stuff like that. You're not actually spending that much time on Duolingo in the language itself. So I don't have a problem with books, especially if they allow you to study the language when you're offline, not being distracted by phones and things, and if they have a lot of the language in them, if they include a lot of the actual language you're trying to learn rather than English explanations of that language. So the only thing I really have a problem with is the idea that you are going to complete French or complete Spanish or complete German without listening to a shit ton of those languages. It will be a lot. You will spend time listening to the language in order to learn it. That's how you're going to learn it. We don't need to make this video any more complicated than that, okay? Spend time listening to your language, even when you're a beginner, especially when you're a beginner, and especially when you don't understand the language. I promise you that that is how you are going to learn the language. This was just a quick one for today, so I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. I'll see you next time. Bye.